Hey guys, it's Christy back for another video blog. Now there's been a lot of chatter about women in poker lately, and since I'm a woman in poker, I thought I'd comment. Not only am I a woman in poker, but I've been around almost a decade in the industry. I think before we really dive into what's going on these days and about the Twitter fight that's been happening and just the general chatter, I think it's important to kind of just look back. At least for me, I'm going to reflect on my experience in the last decade in poker. When I started in poker, I was dealing and playing in underground games, and one of the home games, its attraction was topless dealers. And so I'm playing poker next to a topless woman, and they're having lap dances in the back. Now that's just the culture of poker because it was a male-dominated game, and as trying to attract males to the home games, this was something that worked. Then I get an internship with Card Player, and I'm so excited because my dream is to be on camera and interview the best poker players in the world because I love the game, and I think it's super cool to ask the right questions at the right time and elicit really interesting responses. That's what I wanted to do. So 2 weeks after I make my video debut in poker, there's a forum called 2+2, don't know if you heard of it, just kidding, but there's a thread named Christy Arnett. In this forum, there's teeth crooked like she got kicked in the mouth by a horse. Did she get hit in the face with a frying pan? Haha. Someone replies, no, you mean a wok? Sexist and racist. I was 21. I was impressionable. I was naive. I was innocent, really. These things went straight to the heart, like just self-worth was just, plus I wasn't very good at my job. I was just beginning. So, there were comments about that too. So what did I do? Well, I got better at my job, but I also got my teeth fixed. People commented about my boobies a lot, or lack thereof. I started putting these, and we call them chicken cutlets. Women, I'm sorry, women. I know that I'm ruining a lot of your guys' secret right now. But I put these in my shirt, and to have bigger boobs because people on the internet were telling me that I didn't deserve to be interviewing these poker players because I did not have big boobs. And that is not right. You can tell, I know, okay. Long story short, I was doing everything in my power to be who I thought other people wanted me to be. And, over the years, I've grown up a lot when it comes to, who I am and who I want to be. But the truth is that poker, the culture of poker and women, the way we treat women or look at them or whatever, has not grown up at all. There are countless polls like, who's hotter than who? Like, would not bang. Like, comparing who has better boobs or... And there's tons of threads comparing, who is hotter or which girl is... Would you rather, totally 3-bet shove in her face? We've not grown up at all. And we are telling women that we want you to be a certain way in poker. We want you to be hot. We want you to be bangable. We want you to be talented. We want you to, be all of these things. But if you are beautiful and you are accomplishing these things, then we don't like that either. We don't like that we have created a culture in which you need to be pretty or we want you to be pretty. But if you are pretty and you're taking advantage of being pretty, then fuck you. What the fuck? Seriously. And it's not just men doing this, it's women too. It's this pattern of objectifying women and then shaming women is, far outside of poker. It's in pop culture, it's mainstream media. And come on, Jon Stewart commented on this with Caitlyn Jenner.
Caitlyn, when you were a man, we could talk about your athleticism, your business acumen, but now you're a woman. And your looks are really the only thing we care about. Which brings us to phase 2 of your transition, comparative ability.
You think Caitlyn is actually hotter than Chris?
Okay, I have to ask the most important question. Does she have a better body than Kim Kardashian?
Look, We want to give a woman a compliment here. We just need to make sure another woman gets taken down a peg in the process.
I mean, can we win? Can we frickin' ever win? I don't know. It doesn't feel like it sometimes. Now, I know Jon Stewart and I, in this blog, are kind of joking and making light, but in all seriousness, women, all women, I think, no matter what age, what you look like, who you are, we feel a lot of pressure, and I feel it too. And there are times where I do have those thoughts, where another girl gets a sponsorship or a hosting job, and I want to be like, oh, well, is it because she's prettier, or it's totally because she banged that guy or something? Because that puts all the blame on something outside of myself. It doesn't give me any responsibility. Maybe I could have done a better job. Maybe I could have, had more accomplishments in poker, played, won more tournaments or whatever it is. Because that's harder to take. It's harder to be responsible and say, here are the things that I need to work on to be better. It's easier to just blame people. I mean, Jamie Staples and Jason Somerville. Okay, yeah, they're regular ass white dudes. Isn't that the whole thing? All these girls are getting sponsorship deals, and there's too many regular white dudes in poker who are super talented and not getting sponsorship deals. Well, in a time where it's very sparse and dry in the arena of sponsorship deals, and they just nailed them because, they weren't spending time just whining and crying about how it's not fair. They worked really freaking hard, and they're charismatic and kind, and actually, I don't know Jamie Staples in person, but he seems awesome, and Jason Somerville is the shit, and they're talented and amazing, and they created their own opportunity. So while those things can cross our mind, I'm sure they cross all of our minds, we just can't give those thoughts any power or any momentum. Stop it. No. We are the drivers in our own lives. Okay, I know I've been all over the place in this video blog, and I really like things to be wrapped up in a little bow. So, okay, what I'm trying to say is that, one, we need to stop shaming women. Women shaming women, men shaming women. We need to stop. I mean, think about if you had a daughter, or a niece, or your mom, or whatever. What if your mom started playing poker and they were people were all would not bang, or women were oh, she's not even that pretty. How would you feel? Right? Stop it. Stop it. Number 2, there is no power in that victim way of thinking. In saying that other people get these opportunities that if you had, you would totally be successful. There's no power in that. AKA, quit being a little bitch. Make your own opportunity. What are you going to do? Are you just going to sit there and complain about how it's unfair and everybody gets to do shit or whatever? I mean, you can if you want to, but there's no power in that. So quit it, because those things are outside of your control. You control your own actions. So put your energy towards that. Makes it happen. Okay, and the last thing I want to say, number 3, is mostly to the ladies in poker, but it applies to men as well. So, ladies, no matter what you do, you will be judged and you will be scrutinized regardless. So you might as well take some risks or whatever it is, or take the opportunity and just go for it. Go for it, whatever it is. If it makes you feel good, if it's what you feel like you're supposed to do or you want to do it. Okay, I think that's it. I know that the last of those things that I just said, it might sound preachy, but that's how I feel, and that's what I want to say. And if you don't like it, then skip it. Just kidding. Okay, I think that's it. Bye.